Hello everyone. Well, it's not the wee baldy man tonight, it's the slightly bigger, hairier man, I suppose you would call me. Well, that's fine, I'm okay with that as well. Harry's okay with the wee baldy man, and we're obviously working on mugs and posters and stuff such like, which I'm really looking forward to seeing when this is all over. Maybe not. A bit of a quicker update for you tonight, guys. I appreciate it's Sunday. Many of you will be preparing for the week ahead. Some of you might have been working this weekend, so thanks again for that. Again, much appreciated in these very stressful and challenging times for you guys out there. So I'll not keep you too long tonight. The first one, I maybe mentioned it a few nights ago, but we've just had another request from our partners, the dietitians, with regards to the gluten-free food service. Guys, if you can remember to try and provide that service in terms of just supplying the actual products that you would normally supply, that would be much appreciated. Again, these patients are struggling to get these breads, pastas, etc. in the supermarket, so they really need those products at this time for their condition, of course. So much appreciated if you can keep going with that. There was a couple of boards that maybe received correspondence on Friday morning with regards to estimated payments, because colleagues at National Services Scotland who manage the payments couldn't manage all the health boards. So that was Lothian and Tayside. Now, the information we have today is, although you've received that correspondence that estimated payments for January would be made at the end of March, we believe they've actually got through the workload. They've kind of pulled it out the bag there, so they've got all the workforce challenges that may be affecting pharmacies as well. So that crucially affects their capacity to be able to deliver payments to you guys, but they've managed to do it. So across the board, everybody should, that's the latest understanding we have, received the payments they were due to receive at the end of March as planned. The next one is, Emma just wanted me to highlight the courier service to you. Now, I appreciate this will probably have people launching things at whichever device, or launching this device away if you're watching me on a device, but the courier service is due for pickup on Thursday the 2nd. There's no flexibility for us really on this, so if you can do what you can, even this is why I'm telling you now, I suppose, to maybe prepare bundles and ensure that these significant bundles that you'll have can land with NSS. Again, they need these things to be able to try their best to get these payments and these bundles through. So yeah, if you can think about that ahead of time, because obviously the courier pickups are normally quite accurate and normally about a day between what they need to be. So yeah, it's due on Thursday the 2nd, so just think about that. PPE, well, we're hearing actually that some pharmacies did receive some PPE on Saturday, so Alliance Healthcare were a bit ahead of schedule in some cases with distribution, so that's looking, or seems to be looking quite good. So if you've received that already, great, and if not, then obviously it should be from tomorrow onwards. I think just a few things in terms of priorities for the week ahead for the team at Community Pharmacy Scotland. So myself, Harry, the rest of the team, Adam, Amanda, Emma, Michael, we're all doing so much in so many fronts, it seems, at the minute, which is fine because we know that you're doing so much in so many fronts, so we don't mind that at the minute. But I think just to break it down, there's probably finances front and centre for us this week, so we're hoping to get an answer tomorrow, or certainly very early this week anyway, because we know that you guys, with your increased bills, not just in terms of the drugs bill, cash flow, etc. We're looking for a bit of a helping hand for all the extra costs and that we've obviously taken on over this period. We're going to continue to work on key worker status, try and get the messages out to that. Local authorities in terms of childcare, testing, which the First Minister announced today, is to be ramped up this week. So again, we're looking for pharmacy team members who are on the front line to be recognised through that. So that'll be another area that we'll be pressing on. Another thing that the First Minister announced today was the Scotland Cares initiative, so the volunteer service. Now that's wider than medicines. It involves groceries, looking after the shielded patients, so these patient groups that have to really stay indoors for 12 weeks. So anybody that has medicine requirements, that we're encouraging friends, family, neighbours, etc. to maybe chip in there. Well, this Scotland Cares initiative, we'll find out more details about that hopefully tomorrow. One thing and one ask that we've had up to now with any type of government-led voluntary initiative is that actually hopefully none of the burden should fall on community pharmacy. You know, we'd like to say it'd be slick and smooth, and people are doing all these things with the best intentions, but we don't really want any more workload to fall on you guys. So if there is anything to do with volunteers coming in for medicines, then, you know, we'll obviously find out as much as we can and get information to you, but we don't want anything impinging on the important work that you guys are doing. Another thing that I noticed on social media, that ASDA have now joined in terms of the NHS hours, so we're still going to be working on the NHS card so that you've got the ID user letter as well, but Morrison's, Tesco and now ASDA are all in place in terms of allowing community pharmacy workers to go into their premises in the NHS hours. So again, thank you to those companies and thanks for that recognition. I think I would just echo Harry's sentiments from last night. I think it's, you know, while we may have got over the absolute panic and worst of the sheer volume of prescriptions, and hopefully messages are getting through and people can't, for the love of God, be ordering any more medicines, but I think it's still going to be a very challenging couple of weeks for you. So think about your contingency plans, think about your teams, you know, really have a think about what you can do and how you can do it. And we'll be working again closely with health board colleagues who hopefully will be able to support you about what you can and can't do. For instance, the reducing hours has been very helpful, but you know, we realise you can only go on so long. Another staff member in many pharmacies down, and you're really struggling to provide any sort of safe service. So please keep in touch with health boards and let us know if we can be of any help as well. So shout outs. Yeah, so we've got the shout outs, and as Harry says, these do seem to be going down quite well. So we've actually got shout outs, or I've got a shout out for volunteers actually that have been coming back, because I've seen it myself in practice when I was in last week, and you know, there's staff that are normally just working part-time that are doing a lot more, and we've heard about that and at pharmacists as well, as right down to, you know, Saturday members of staff coming in, supporting people who have not long left pharmacies, realising the pressure their former colleagues are under and coming back in, students, all sorts. So to anybody who's volunteered or you know, you hopefully be getting paid for the work you're doing, so it's not necessarily volunteering, but these people who have just came back because they know the pressure that you know, their former colleagues are on, and these people who are doing more hours than normal, hats off to you guys. That's a great thing. Queedies Pharmacy and Campsie Pharmacy teams, so Stephen and Dan, your teams I know have been knocking their pan in the last couple of weeks, as pharmacies have up and down, so big shout out to you guys, keep it going. I know you've got two great teams there, so yep, keep that going. The Right Medicine Pharmacy Group, big shout out to you guys. So I know through speaking to Mike, Richard, Noel, how much they value you in normal times, but I think the feedback I'm getting from these guys is not unexpected. You're going above and beyond as well, so thank you to you guys, and well played. NHS 24, I'll give them a shout out as well. So we've got Director of Pharmacy John McEnroe and the whole pharmacy team there, so they're obviously overwhelmed with queries as well at these times, as you would expect from the general public. And I know the Medical Director Laura Ryan has sent a special word of thanks to community pharmacies for supporting as well in these times. There's so many more actually shout outs that I could do, but yeah, we'll keep going every night with just a few, but there's a few for tonight. Thank you very much to everybody though. Now, Harry's question last night around Andy Murray, the years he won Wimbledon and his opponents. So it was 2013 and 2016, and it was Novak Djokovic in 2013 and Milos Raonic in 2016. It's very ironic that Harry should ask a question about Andy Murray, because it's always one thing that we used to have a wind-up. I believe he's an absolute legend, an absolute, you know, star of a sportsman, deserves every accolade coming his way for all the dedication, and the fact he's Scottish really helps as well. So does Harry, I'm sure he does, but he always bangs on about a racing driver from the 1960s as being the number one. But yeah, we'll agree to disagree on that, Harry. I think to the day we go our separate ways in whatever way, but yeah. So my question for tonight is, it's a quote, it's a movie quote, so I'm keeping the movie theme going, and name the film that this quote was from. And I suppose I'm not really going to be able to do the voice very well, guys, but I'll try my best. It says, just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in. So, just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in. So which famous film was that from? And again, that's just a bit of fun, but Adam's up tomorrow, so Harry and I are getting a break. So he's doing the Facebook Live. Adam's great at that, as he is as so many things. And have a look at our website. We're updating that daily, almost at the minute, for any further information on testing, on key worker status, on posters, any COVID related stuff. Please have a look, guys. And have a good rest of the weekend, and I'm wishing you a good week ahead. Right, thanks guys, bye.